Okay, here's what I need. A post lift, power drill, sprocket, torque wrench, tension wrench, dildo, a whole wheat sandwich, and a front row seat for this Polish bike ride tournament you will be holding. Greetings and welcome to Checkpoint Gaming, Gaslands. For this episode, we will be covering and consolidating the team construction rules for Gaslands. Since the game is all about the players engaging in vehicular combat, it is important that we discuss the different vehicle types that are found within the game. This is because without them, you won't be able to engage in vehicular mayhem that is at the core of this game. As of the recording of this episode, there are 16 approved vehicle types available for players to choose from. With these vehicles, they consist of ambulance, bike with sidecar, buggy, bus, car, drag racer, gyrocopter, heavy truck, helicopter, ice cream truck, monster truck, performance car, tank, truck, and war rig. With each vehicle, it comes with its own set of stats. Some of them are also restricted and cannot be purchased normally. Only teams with the approved sponsor perk are allowed to purchase these vehicle types. With the ambulance, it is classified as a middleweight vehicle with the following base values: 12 hull, 2 handling, max gear of 5, 3 crew, 3 belt slots, and the uppers and downers special rules. It also costs 20 cans to purchase. With the bike, it is classified as a lightweight vehicle with the following base values: 4 hull, 5 handling, a max gear of 6, 1 crew, 1 belt slot, and full throttle and pivot special rules. It also costs 5 cans to purchase. With the bike with sidecar, it is classified as a lightweight vehicle with the following base values: 4 hull, 5 handling, a max gear of 6, 2 crew, 2 belt slots, and full throttle and pivot special rules. It also costs 8 cans to purchase. With the buggy, it is classified as a lightweight vehicle with the following base values: 6 hull, 4 handling, a max gear of 6, 2 crew, 2 belt slots, and the roll cage special rule. It also costs 6 cans to purchase. With the bus, it is classified as a heavyweight vehicle with the following base values: 16 hull, 2 handling, a max gear of 3, 8 crew, 3 belt slots, and no special rules. It also costs 30 cans to purchase. With the car, it is classified as a middleweight vehicle with the following base values: 10 hull, 3 handling, a max gear of 5, 2 crew, 2 belt slots, and no special rules. It also costs 12 cans to purchase. With the drag racer, it is classified as a lightweight vehicle with the following base values: 4 hull, 4 handling, a max gear of 6, 1 crew, 2 belt slots, and a jet engine special rule. It also costs 5 cans to purchase. With the gyrocopter, it is classified as a middleweight vehicle with the following base values: 4 hull, 4 handling, max gear of 6, 1 crew, no belt slots, and Airwolf and Airborne special rules. It also costs 10 cans to purchase. With the heavy truck, it is classified as a heavyweight vehicle with the following base values: 14 hull, 2 handling, a max gear of 3, 4 crew, 5 belt slots, and no special rules. It also costs 25 cans to purchase. With the helicopter, it is classified as a heavyweight vehicle with the following base values: 8 hull, 3 handling, a max gear of 4, 3 crew, 4 belt slots, and Airwolf, Airborne, and restricted special rules. It also costs 30 cans to purchase. With the ice cream truck, it is classified as a middleweight vehicle with the following base values: 2 hull, 2 handling, a max gear of 4, 2 crew, 2 belt slots, and the infuriating jingle special rule. It also costs 8 cans to purchase. With the monster truck, it is classified as a heavyweight vehicle with the following base values: 10 hull, 3 handling, a max gear of 4, 2 crew, 2 belt slots, and all-terrain and up and over special rules. It also costs 20 cans to purchase. With the performance car, it is classified as a middleweight vehicle with the following base values: 8 hull, 4 handling, a max gear of 6, 1 crew, 2 belt slots, and slip-away special rule. It also costs 15 cans to purchase. With the tank, it is classified as a heavyweight vehicle with the following base values: 20 hull, 4 handling, a max gear of 3, 3 crew, 4 belt slots, and pivot, up and over, all-terrain, turret, and restricted special rules. It also costs 40 cans to purchase. With the truck, it is classified as a middleweight vehicle with the following base values: 12 hull, 2 handling, a max gear of 4, 3 crew, 3 build slots, and no special rules. It also costs 15 cans to purchase. With the War Rig, it is classified as a heavyweight vehicle with the following base values: 26 hull, 2 handling, a max gear of 4, 5 crew, 5 build slots, and the War Rig special rules. It also costs 40 cans to purchase. With War Rigs, since it is a specialty vehicle, special attention will need to be given to it. The War Rig is a massive vehicle that has unique behaviors when on the tabletop. With their configuration, they consist of a cab and trailer with both parts acting as semi-independent components with gameplay. With their construction, the cab and trailer should be able to be separated and hinged during gameplay. They also have the special rules of articulated, ponderous, and pile driver. With articulated vehicles, they consist of 2 parts, the cab and the trailer. The front part of the vehicle consists of the cab, while the rear part of the vehicle consists of the trailer. With the connecting of the two, they are done by a hitch. When it comes to arming an articulated vehicle, the player must declare if the weapon is going to be mounted on the cab or on the trailer. When it comes to measuring, have the shooting template touching the cab or the trailer depending upon where the weapon is mounted. When it comes time for the articulated vehicle to engage in the movement step, have the cab move normally but separate from the trailer. It also follows basic movement plus some additional steps. If the vehicle selects any templates other than a straight template, then it will gain 1 hazard. With the placing of the movement template, have it touch the center front edge of the cab. While ignoring the trailer, place the cab into its final position. Once in its final position, reconnect the trailer with the hitch of the cab. Also have the trailer cover as much of the movement template as possible. And when the War Rig reverses, treat the rear edge of the trailer as if it was the front of the cab, and treat the cab as if it was the trailer. When it comes to that of pivoting an articulated vehicle, pivot both the cab and the trailer as if it was a single piece. If the articulated vehicle is subject to a flip, jackknife the vehicle instead. This will constitute as resolving the flip. From there, perform the following steps. First is swing trailer, where you have the player to the left hinge the trailer into any position without disconnecting the trailer or having it overlap the cab. From there, trigger a collision window. Second is pivot vehicle, where you have the same player pivot the articulated vehicle so that it faces any direction that they desire. Depending upon if there are any obstructions, this will create another collision window. Third is crush, where a second collision window is resolved. This is where the articulated vehicle will perform a 4-die-6 attack against itself. This attack cannot be evaded. In regards to ponderous vehicles, they are inexorable, hard to maneuver, and are hard to change course. They may also skip its movement step in exchange for gaining 1 hazard. In exchange, the ponderous vehicle may increase its current gear by 1. In regards to resolving slides, ponderous vehicles must ignore the slide template, so do not place the slide template into the notch on the movement template. But the slide roll still provides hazards as normal. Accompanying this, when a ponderous vehicle wipes out, do not pivot it during the wipeout process. Instead, leave it in its current orientation. With War Rigs that wipe out, a failed flip check will result in it jackknifing instead of flipping due to the articulated rule. They also do not pivot at the end of the wipeout step due to the ponderous rule. With pile driver attacks, when this vehicle collides with a lighter weight vehicle during its movement step, it may declare a pile driver attack as its reaction. This causes the pile driver attack to cause a smash attack in all regards plus some additional effects. When targeted with a pile driver attack and after resolving the collision, the affected vehicle is placed while the pile driver attack player within short range of the target vehicle's original position. This is followed by pivoting the target vehicle to face any direction so long as it does not collide with the active vehicle again during this movement step. It is also important to note that if the war rig has a ram in the appropriate facing, a pile driver attack will benefit from the ram's special rule. With the vehicles now taken care of, we can now discuss weaponry. Regarding the effects, they are important when we move on to discussing the weapons themselves when they are used in combat. With these effects, they consist of the following: blast, blitz, crew fired, electrical, fire, indirect, splash, and zero crew. With the blast effect, when it comes to that of every uncancelled hits for the weapon or effect with a special effect, it causes the target to gain 1 hazard. With the blitz effect, it causes the vehicle to be armed with copies of this weapon equal to the ammo, where each copy is considered as a single ammo. During the attack step, the vehicle may attack with this weapon equal to the crew value of that vehicle and with the remaining ammo it possesses. With the crew fired effect, it causes the weapon to benefit from a 360-degree arc of fire and does not need a facing when it is armed. With the electrical effect, it relies upon electricity to deliver damage or otherwise affect its target. It is also limited to Michigan-sponsored teams. With the fire effect, the affected vehicle will suffer at least 1 damage from the weapon or effect, and the vehicle is considered to be on fire. As long as the vehicle is on fire, you will lose 1 hull per gear phase. The vehicle also cannot gain this fire special effect again while it is on fire until the initial fire is extinguished. When a vehicle is on fire and it makes a smash attack, the smash attack accounts as having this fire rule and can cause the target vehicle to be on fire as well. In order for the vehicle to no longer be on fire, it has to reach 0 hazards. With the indirect effect, it ignores terrain and cover when shooting. With the splash effect, it must target and attack every vehicle found beneath the shooting template, including any friendly vehicles. Each target also suffers separate attacks from this weapon. With the zero crew effect, when the vehicle reaches 0 crew, it automatically shifts down 1 gear to a minimum of gear 1 when it is activated. In addition to this, only hazardous maneuvers in this vehicle's current gear are permitted to be used. With that taken care of, let's look at the weapons themselves. It is important to note that these weapons are divided into 3 broad categories. With these categories, they consist of crew-fired, vehicle-mounted, and drop weapons. With crew-fired weapons, they consist of those that are directly handled by the crew. This includes any weapon that is handled or thrown by an individual. With that said, let's take a look at said weapons. With the blunderbuss, it has the range of small burst, 2x6 attack dice, and the following special rules: crew-fired and splash. When purchased, they take up no build slots and at the cost of 2 cans. With the gas grenades, it has the range of medium, 1x6 attack dice, and the following special rules: crew-fired, blitz, and indirect. It also comes with 5 ammo. When purchased, they take up no slots and have the cost of 1 can. If it scores 1 or more uncancelled hits, instead of causing damage to the target, reduce the target's crew value by 1 for each uncancelled hit to a minimum of 0. This will last until the end of the gear phase. With the grenades, it has the range of medium, 1x6 attack dice, and the following special rules: crew-fired, blitz, blast, and indirect. It also comes with 5 ammo. When purchased, they take up no slots and have the cost of 1 can. With the handgun, it has the range of medium, 1x6 attack dice, and the following special rules: crew-fired. When purchased, they take up no slots and have the cost of 0 cans. The reason why handguns have no can cost is because they automatically come equipped to any members of their crew found on any given vehicle. So whenever you have a crew member on any given vehicle, that crew member essentially brings their own handgun with them. With the Magnum, it has the range of double 1x6 attack dice and the following special rules: crew-fired and blast. When purchased, they take up no slots and have the cost of 1 can. With the Molotov cocktail, it has the range of medium, 1x6 attack dice, and the following special rules: crew-fired, blitz, indirect, and fire. It also comes with 5 ammo. When purchased, they take up no slots and the cost of 1 can. With the shotgun, it has a basic range of long, attack dice depending upon range, and the following special rules. Crew fired. When purchased, they take up no slots and at the cost of 4 cans. When attacking with this weapon, the attack range will determine the amount of damage it will deliver. If it is at short range, it has 3d6 attack dice. If it is at medium range, it has 2d6 attack dice. If it is at long range, it has 1d6 attack dice. With the steel net, it has the range of short, 3d6 attack dice, and the following special rules. Crew fired and blast. When purchased, they take up no slots and at the cost of 2 cans. If it hits, it does not cause damage. Instead, add hazards as a result of the blast special rule as normal. With the submachine gun, it has the range of medium, 3d6 attack dice, and the following special rules. Crew fired. When purchased, they take up no slots and the cost of 5 cans. With vehicle-mounted weapons, they consist of those that are too large to be handled directly by the crew. Instead, they require a vehicle so that it can be mounted and fired from there. With that said, let's take a look at said weapons. With a 125mm cannon, it has the range of double, 8d6 attack dice, and the following special rules. Blast. It also comes with 3 ammo. When purchased, they take up 3 slots and at the cost of 6 cans. It is also nothing more than a tank cannon that a civilian vehicle can carry. When fired from a non-tank vehicle, then said vehicle will immediately gain 2 hazards. But if it is mounted on a tank, no hazards are given when fired. With the arc lightning projector, it has a range of double, 6d6 attack dice, and the following special rules. Electrical. It also comes with 3 ammo. When purchased, they take up 2 slots and at the cost of 6 cans. It is also limited to Michigan-sponsored teams. In addition to this, it is a chain reaction electrical weapon that can affect multiple targets. After damaging its first target, immediately target one vehicle found within short range and within a 360-degree arc of fire, including the attacking vehicle. This continues until it fails to damage a target or there are no more viable targets. It can target friendly vehicles and cannot target the same vehicle twice in a single attack step. With the bazooka, it has the range of double, 3d6 attack dice, and the following special rules. Blast. It also comes with 3 ammo. When purchased, it takes up 2 slots and at the cost of 4 cans. With the BFG, it has the range of double, 10d6 attack dice, and its own special rules. It also comes with 1 ammo. When purchased, it takes up 3 slots and at the cost of 1 can. Vehicles with this weapon must make an immediate forced movement backwards after firing this weapon. It also moves medium straight backwards, reducing its gear to 1 and it gains 3 hazards. It is also limited to being front mounted. With the combat laser, it has the range of double, 3d6 attack dice, and the following special rules. Splash. When purchased, it takes up 1 slot and at the cost of 5 cans. With the Death Ray, it has the range of double, 3d6 attack dice, and the following special rules. Electrical and its own special rules. It also comes with 1 ammo. When purchased, it takes up 1 slot and the cost of 3 cans. If it scores a hit or has more uncancelled hits during its attack, immediately remove the target vehicle from play instead of inflicting damage. Basically, but the vehicle will still count as being wrecked. With the flamethrower, it has the range of large burst, 6d6 attack dice, and the following special rules. Flash, fired, and then direct. It also comes with 3 ammo. When purchased, it takes up 2 slots and at the cost of 4 cans. With the grabber arm, it has the range of short, 3d6 attack dice, and no special rules. When purchased, it will take up 1 slot and at the cost of 6 cans. If 1 or more uncancelled hits occur on a target vehicle of the same weight class or lighter as the attacking vehicle, the attacking player places the target anywhere within short range of its original position. It may also be pivoted to face any direction. A collision window also occurs due to the movement. With the grav gun, it has the range of double, 3d6 attack dice, and the following special rules. Electrical. It also comes with 1 ammo. When purchased, it takes up 1 slot and at the cost of 2 cans. It is also limited to Michigan-sponsored teams. If it scores 1 or more uncancelled hits, instead of taking damage, the target vehicle will become 1 weight class heavier or lighter until the end of the attacker's next activation. This weight class change is decided by the attacker. With the harpoon, it has the range of double, 5x6 attack dice, and no special rules. When purchased, it takes up 1 slot and at the cost of 2 cans. Instead of causing damage, harpoons will cause the attacking and target vehicles to become closer to one another. With the first uncancelled hit, the affected vehicle will spin on the spot to either face directly toward or away from the other vehicle, whichever requires the shortest degree of rotation. The spinning causes a collision window. All subsequent uncancelled hits will cause the affected vehicle to move a force straight towards the other vehicle. If the target vehicle is the same weight class or lighter than the attacking vehicle, the target vehicle will move towards the attacker. If the target vehicle is heavier than the attacking vehicle, however, then the attacking vehicle will move towards the target vehicle. With the heavy machine gun, it has a range of double, 3x6 attack dice, and they have no special rules. When purchased, it takes up 1 slot and at the cost of 3 cans. With the kinetic super booster, it has the range of double, 6x6 attack dice, and the following special rules. Electrical. It also comes with 1 ammo. When purchased, it takes up 2 slots and at the cost of 6 cans. It is also limited to Michigan-sponsored teams. It is a bizarre weapon that does not damage the target vehicle. Instead, it will immediately increase the target vehicle's current gear by 1 for each successful hit without it gaining hazards or exceeding its maximum gear. With the machine gun, it has the range of double, 2x6 attack dice, and it has no special rules. When purchased, it takes up 1 slot and at the cost of 2 cans. With the magnetic jammer, it has the range of double, no attack dice, and the following special rules. Electrical. When purchased, it takes up no slots and at the cost of 2 cans. It is also limited to Michigan-sponsored teams and prevents the target vehicle from discarding ammo tokens during its activation. With the minigun, it has the range of double, 4x6 attack dice, and it has no special rules. When purchased, it will take up 1 slot and at the cost of 6 cans. With the mortar, it has the range of double, 4x6 attack dice, and the following special rules. Indirect. It also comes with 4 ammo. When purchased, it takes up 1 slot and at the cost of 4 cans. With the rockets, it has the range of double, 6x6 attack dice, and it has no special rules. It also comes with 3 ammo. When purchased, it takes up 2 slots and at the cost of 5 cans. With the thumper, it has the range of medium, no attack dice, and the following special rules. Electrical, indirect, a 360-degree arc of fire, and its own special rules. It also comes with 1 ammo. When purchased, it will take up 2 slots and at the cost of 4 cans. It is also limited to Michigan-sponsored teams. In regards to this weapon, it is a powerful sonic device that, when used to attack, will cause every vehicle within range, friend or foe, to immediately make a flip check. Target vehicles also count their current gear as if it was 2 higher, up to a maximum of 6. Also, don't declare a facing with this weapon when it is purchased. With the wall of amplifiers, it has the range of medium, no attack dice, and the following special rules. A 360-degree arc of fire and its own special rules. When purchased, they take up 3 slots and at a cost of 4 cans. It is a sonic-based weapon that, when fired, will automatically cause 1 hit to occur against every vehicle within range and can be evaded. It also does not need a target but causes no damage. For each uncancelled hit, the target vehicle will lose or gain 1 hazard. The attacker will choose if the target will gain or lose a hazard. With the wreck lobber, it has the range of double, fast dropped, no attack dice, and its own special rules. It also comes with 3 ammo. When purchased, it will take up 4 slots and at the cost of 4 cans. It is also in possession of the trebuchet special rule. With this special rule, it allows the vehicle to fire this weapon without needing a target. When fired, place a 20mm marker within double range of the vehicle's arc of fire. From there, roll a skid dice. With a shift result, place the wreck touching the marker. With a spin or slide result, have the player to the active player's left place the wreck anywhere within short range of the marker. With a hazard result, have the player to the active player's left place the wreck touching the active vehicle. But regardless of the result, trigger a glitched window after resolving the placement. This vehicle is also able to reload the trebuchet by colliding with a wreck. Upon colliding, the vehicle will gain 1 ammo. The vehicle is also able to engage in dumper, where it is allowed to use this weapon as a rear-mounted dropper weapon instead of as a trebuchet. If doing so, have the wreck be placed touching the rear part of the active vehicle. It is important to note that a collision window will not be triggered. With the wrecking ball, it has the range of short, no attack dice, and the following special rule: a 360-degree arc of fire. When purchased, it will take up 3 slots and at the cost of 2 cans. It does not require a target to be used, and this vehicle will immediately engage in a T1 collision with every vehicle and destructible obstacle found within the weapon's range when used. With these collisions, all weapons, upgrades, and perks are deactivated. The only exception to this rule is this particular weapon. So things like ram or exploding ram cannot be used by the targeted vehicle. When used, the attacking vehicle gains 2 additional smashed attack dice for each collision. It also does not gain any hazards during these collisions. For all other vehicles, they must declare evade. With dropped weapons, they consist of those that are dropped through the use of trapdoors or pipes found on a given vehicle. When deployed, they will alter the terrain for which the vehicle will travel through. With that said, let's take a look at said weapons. With the nature of dropped weapons, they are meant to target other players that are found behind or to the side of the attacker. Because of this, they can never be front-mounted. Players may also attack with a single dropped weapon per single attack step. When attacking with a dropped weapon, place the appropriate shooting template within the weapon's arc of fire. When deployed, the template is not considered touching the active vehicle. After deploying a dropped weapon, leave this template in place when the vehicle makes its next movement. It will also remain on the play area where it was deployed for the rest of the game unless the other specific rules state otherwise. When it comes to attacking with a dropped weapon, instead of rolling to attack, resolve its effects when the deployed dropped weapon overlaps a vehicle movement's template touches it, or the vehicle's final position overlaps the dropped weapon template. This resolution of its effects occur in the vehicle's next collision window. With vehicles that are attacked by a dropped weapon, it is allowed to evade any successful hits made from the dropped weapon. What will become a pain is when there are multiple templates stacked on top of one another. In this situation, resolve each template individually and in order starting from the top of the stack going down. With a Caltrap dropper, it has 2 dice 6 attack dice and the following special rules. Small burst. It also comes with 3 ammo. When purchased, it will take up 1 slot and at the cost of 1 can. With this template, it counts as a treacherous surface with the first vehicle affected by this weapon is subject to its attack dice. After resolving the attack, remove this weapon's template from the play area. With the glue dropper, it has 0 attack dice and they have no special rules. It also comes with 1 ammo. When purchased, it will take up 1 slot and at the cost of 1 can. With this template, it counts as a treacherous surface. Vehicles also affected by it must reduce its gear by 2 at the end of its movement step. It is important to note that a single vehicle may not be affected by this weapon in back-to-back activations. With the mine dropper, it has 4 dice 6 attack dice and the following special rules. Small burst and blast. When purchased, it will take up 1 slot and at the cost of 1 can. The first vehicle affected by this weapon is subject to its attack dice, the blast effect. After resolving the attack, remove this weapon's template from the play area. With the napalm dropper, it has 4 dice 6 attack dice and the following special rules. Small burst and fire. It also comes with 3 ammo. When purchased, they take up 1 slot and at the cost of 1 can. The first vehicle affected by this weapon is subject to its attack dice with a fire effect. After resolving the attack, remove this weapon's template from the play area. With the oil slick dropper, it has no attack dice and it has no special rules. It also comes with 3 ammo. When purchased, it will take up no slots and at the cost of 2 cans. It also counts as being treacherous terrain. With the RC car bombs, it has 4 dice 6 attack dice and has no special rules. It also comes with 3 ammo. When purchased, it will take up no slots at the cost of 3 cans. With these RC cars, they are represented by a 20mm square token. When deployed drop from the main vehicle, it is done so within short range and may face any desired direction. When deployed, a collision window is triggered if another vehicle is within the deployment area. With this vehicle, it is classified as a lightweight vehicle with the following special values. 1 hull, 0 handling, the current gear of 3, 1 crew, and a bomb strapped to it. It is piloted to an impact, controlled by the player who deployed it, and can shoot as if it had handgun. However, it cannot change gears, does not count as a part of the player's team, and cannot be used to satisfy the scenario's rules, gain audience votes, or possess perks. When the RC car is involved in a collision or a wipeout, it suffers 1 point of damage before the collision or wipeout is resolved. When the RC is wrecked, it explodes and rolls attack dice as if it was a medium-weight vehicle. With the sentry gun, it has the range of medium, a 360-degree arc of fire, 2d6 attack dice, and they have no special rules. It also comes with 3 ammo. When purchased, it takes up no slots and at the cost of 3 cans. With these sentry guns, they can be represented by any token within reason. When deployed drop from the main vehicle, it is done so within short range. With these guns, they are classified as lightweight destructible obstacles. They can also be the target of a shooting attack and possess 2 hull points. When making their own attack, they automatically hit with their attack dice against any vehicle that ends their movement step within its attack range. The target is allowed to evade as normal. However, it never targets a vehicle that belongs to the same team as the vehicle responsible for dropping it. So that means no friendly fire. Although controlled by the player who dropped it, the sentry gun cannot be used to satisfy the scenario's rules, gain audience votes, or possess perks. With the smoke dropper, it has no attack dice and it has no special rules. It also comes with 3 ammo. When purchased, it takes up no slots and at the cost of 3 cans. When this template is placed upon the play area, it counts as an obstruction for purposes of determining cover. If any part of the vehicle comes into contact with this template through the use of its movement template or in determining its final position, it gains 1 hazard at the end of its movement. And if it is in contact with the template, the vehicle will become distracted. With all the weapons now taken care of, we can now discuss the upgrades available to be added to your vehicle. In regards to these upgrades, they can be used to improve your vehicle's efficiency, gives you more crew members to assist you with firing your weapons, or you just think the upgrade is cool. With that said, let's take a look at said upgrades. With armor plating, it takes up 1 build slot and at a cost of 4 cans. With this upgrade, extra plating and shielding is added to the vehicle, granting it 2 additional hull points. It is possible for a single vehicle to be fitted with multiple copies of this upgrade, each copy giving an additional 2 hull points each time. With the experimental nuclear engine, it is an electrical upgrade only available to Michigan-sponsored teams, taking up no build slots and at a cost of 5 cans. With the nature of this upgrade, it cannot be purchased for a lightweight vehicle and may only be purchased once for any given vehicle. Once purchased, it increases the vehicle's max gear by 2 up to its maximum value of 6. In addition to this vehicle considers the long straight movement template to be permitted in any gear the vehicle is in. It is also not considered to be hazardous or trivial in any gear. This will also not stack with the perk held for leather. And if the vehicle fails to pass its flip check, then it will immediately wreck and automatically explode. When it explodes, the explosion dice is equal to that of the heavyweight vehicle. With the experimental teleporter, it is an electrical upgrade only available to Michigan-sponsored teams, take up no build slots, and at the cost of 7 cans. With the nature of this upgrade, it may only be purchased once for any given vehicle. This upgrade also goes to the normal movement step after it has teleported. At the start of its activation, the vehicle with this upgrade may choose to activate the experimental teleporter prior to its normal movement step. When activated, the vehicle will immediately gain 3 hazards and its controller will roll a single skid dice. If the controller rolls anything other than a hazard, then its controller may place the vehicle anywhere within medium range of its current position. When doing this, it may not touch any obstacle or terrain, and it cannot alter its facing. The vehicle does not experience a collision and may begin its movement step from its new location. If the controller rolls a hazard, however, then the player to the left of the controller places the vehicle anywhere within long range of its current position.
When doing this, it may not touch any obstacle or terrain, and it cannot alter its facing. The vehicle does not experience a collision and may begin its movement step from its new location. With the exploding ram, it takes up no belt slots and at the cost of 3 cans. It also comes with 1 ammo and can only be purchased once. When purchased, it must have a declared facing and cannot be purchased by a lightweight vehicle. When this vehicle is involved in a collision for the first time in the game on this upgrade's declared facing, it must declare a smash attack, even if it is a tailgate. With the smash attack, the vehicle gains an additional 6 attack dice for the attack. During the roll, if the controller rolls 1s or 2s, then the vehicle will immediately lose 1 hull point for each 1 or 2 rolled. If this vehicle had both a ram and an exploding ram equipped and possesses the same facing, then their effects will be cumulative. With the extra crew, it takes up no belt slots and at the cost of 4 cans. When this upgrade is purchased, it can increase the crew value by 1, which also increases the number of attacks a vehicle is allowed to make during the attack step. When purchasing this upgrade, it may not be done more than twice the initial crew value. With the improved sludge thrower, it takes up 1 belt slot and at the cost of 2 cans. When purchased, it allows its vehicle to place any of its burst templates from its drop weapons anywhere on the play area that is at least partially within medium range of the vehicle and within a 360-degree arc of fire. With the nitro booster, it takes up no belt slots and at the cost of 6 cans. It also comes with 1 ammo. When activating this upgrade, it can only be used once per activation and on the vehicle's activation during the start of its movement step. If the user decides to use the nitro booster, then the vehicle will make an immediate forced long straight forward. This upgrade may also not be used when the vehicle goes in reverse. After resolving the movement step, this vehicle will gain hazards until it has reached 5 hazards. With the ram, it takes up 1 belt slot and at the cost of 4 cans. When it comes to that of representing a ram for a given vehicle, it shall consist of any vicious or dangerous close combat weapon or device that is attached to said vehicle. This can include things such as a ram, a bulldozer blade, a cowcatcher, a buzzsaw, a wrecking ball on a chain, spike or scythed wheels, or metal spikes. When purchased, the ram will need to have a facing be declared. With this facing, each facing may only possess a single ram upgrade. If the vehicle is involved in a collision in a facing that possesses a ram, it will gain an additional 2 attack dice for its smash attack. It also prevents the vehicle from gaining hazards that would otherwise result in the collision. With the roll cage, it takes up 1 belt slot and at a cost of 4 cans. When the vehicle suffers a flip, instead of experiencing 2 hits that it would normally receive from the flip, the roll cage gives the player the option to ignore them if they so choose. With tank tracks, it takes up 1 belt slot and at the cost of 4 cans. With this upgrade, it replaces the vehicle's wheels with caterpillar tracks. From there, it grants the vehicle 1 additional handling, but also reduces the vehicle's max gear by 1. It also grants the vehicle the ability to ignore rough and treacherous terrain, but does not allow the vehicle to pivot. This upgrade may only be purchased once, and it cannot be purchased by tanks, helicopters, or gyrocopters. With the turret mounting for weapon, it takes up no belt slots and at the cost of 3 times the initial can cost for the weapon. It may only be purchased for a shooting weapon, but it grants said weapon a 360-degree arc of fire. Now that we've taken care of all of the upgrades that are found within the game, we can now move on to the sponsors. Although it's not vital for you to have a sponsor for your team, it is highly recommended that you have one. This is because if you don't have a sponsor, then you won't be able to get any kind of perks beyond of what is given by your chosen vehicle. Like sponsorships found within real life, the sponsors found within Gaslands will give you benefits for working with them. You help them advertise their wares, and they give you something in return. Besides, how are you able to get your ass to Mars without some form of corporate help? Raw talent alone can only take you so far. When it comes to the sponsors, there are several you can choose from. When choosing a sponsor, it will grant the vehicles in your team all of the sponsor perks that are associated with that given sponsor. It also determines which perk classes you're allowed to choose from when it comes time to purchase individual perks. With our first sponsor, it is Beverly, the Devil on the Highway. With this sponsor, It was inspired by the lines of a story that was meant to scare children. With that said, teams with this sponsor draw inspiration from the story of Beverly when it comes to the construction of their team. With the perk classes that this sponsor gets, they consist of Built and Horror. For the sponsor-related perks, they consist of At the Crossroads, Ghost Rider, Graveyard Shift, Inexorable, Soul Anchor, and Soul Harvest. With our second sponsor, it is Highway Patrol. With this sponsor, it consists of unsanctioned police officers who cling onto the dream of law and order still being applied. With their origins, they came from the wrecked and broken highways of Earth. Teams with this sponsor see themselves as the last members of the law in a world that has gone crazy, that are powered by a bronze badge and 600 horsepower of fuel-injected steel. With the perk classes that the sponsor gets, they consist of Pursuit and Speed. For the sponsor-related perks, they consist of Bogey at 12 o'clock, Hot Pursuit, Siren, and Steel Justice. It is also possible for you to swap out Siren with Louder Siren at the price of 2 cans. With our third sponsor, it is Idris. With this sponsor, it was founded by Yandy Idris, and teams with this sponsor are known for speed and carelessness. This is accompanied by a cult forming around Idris after his presumed death. With the perk classes that this sponsor gets, they consist of Precision and Speed. For the sponsor-related perks, they consist of Cult of Speed, Kiss My Asphalt, N2O Addict, and Speed Demon. With our fourth sponsor, it is Maxine. With this sponsor, it is founded by the Black Swans, who are known for the continuation of the dance form of ballet. But instead of continuing to dance with human dancers, they use multi-ton vehicles instead. With the perk classes that the sponsor gets, they consist of Pursuit and Tuning. For the sponsor-related perks, they consist of Dizzy, Maximum Drift, and Meshuggah. With our fifth sponsor, it is Mishkin. With this sponsor, it was created by Andrei Mishkin from Russia. He is known for engaging in research and development, accompanied by sending out these designs for unusual and devastating weapons and sleek, high-tech vehicles out to his sponsored teams. With the perk classes that the sponsor gets, they consist of Military and Technology. For the sponsor-related perks, they consist of All the Toys, Dynamo, and Thumper Monkey. With our sixth sponsor, it is Miyazaki. With this sponsor, it was created by Yuri Miyazaki in Tokyo, Japan. Teams with this sponsor are known for their feats of daring vehicular ability. It is also believed that they are pro-Earth resistance sympathizers. For the perk classes that this sponsor gets, they consist of Daring and Precision. For the sponsor-related perks, they consist of Elegance, Showing Off, and Virtuoso. With our seventh sponsor, it is the Order of the Inferno. With this sponsor, it was created by the fanatical followers of Yandy Idris with no centralized organization or base of operation. Teams with this sponsor are known for taking Yandy Idris's desire for speed and fanatical extremes to heart, and they believe that Idris is still alive and is out there riding the living flame. With the perk classes that the sponsor gets, they consist of Horror and Speed. For the sponsor-related perks, they consist of Burning Man, Cult of Flame, and Fire Walk With Me. With our eighth sponsor, it is Rusty's Bootleggers. With this sponsor, it was created by Zeke Rusty at Smoky Mountain, Tennessee, United States. With this sponsor, it is known for running moonshine from before Martian secession and the Martian attack that led to the Earth's collapse. This sponsor's teams have stills that are volatile and their delivery vehicles are ramshackled. Team members are also drunk off of their asses. With the perk classes as the sponsor gets, they consist of Built and Reckless. For the sponsor-related perks, they consist of As Long As I'm Able, Dutch Courage, Haulage, Over the Limit, Party Hard, and Trailer Trash. They also get a trailer upgrade that is equipped to a single vehicle. This trailer upgrade may not be equipped to a war rig, though they get the Articulated, Ponderous, and Pile Driver special rules. Trailers also come with the Stowage perk. Where indicated, vehicles with a trailer upgrade or a war rig is allowed to equip a single trailer cargo upgrade. These cargo upgrades consist of Cattle Hammer, Old Fashioned Corn Liquor, Peach Moonshine, Siphon Pump, and Sour Mash Jet Booster. With our ninth sponsor, it is Rutherford. With this sponsor, it was created by Grant Rutherford in the United States. This sponsor grants its teams access to military surplus, missile launchers, tanks, helicopters, and as much ammunition as they are able to carry. For the perk classes that the sponsor gets, they consist of badass and military. For the sponsor-related perks, they consist of Might is Right, military hardware, televised carnage, and well-stocked. With our 10th sponsor, it is Slime. With this sponsor, it was created by the youth of the Australian city known as Anarchy. Teams with this sponsor are known for being wild-eyed, whooping, joyful gangs who seek fame and adoration from the Gaslands audience. With the perk classes that this sponsor gets, they consist of Reckless and Tuning. For the sponsor-related perks, they consist of Live Fast, Pinball, and Spiked Fist. With our 11th sponsor, it is Scarlet. With this sponsor, it was created by Scarlet Annie from deep within the wastelands of Earth. The sponsor is known for engaging in raids against richer teams and sponsors. It is also known more for its connection with a long-running documentary television series than with any particular set of skills. With the perk classes that the sponsor gets, they consist of Aggression and Tuning. For the sponsor-related perks, they consist of Crew Quarters, Press Gang or Guild Hall, Raiders, and Raise the Sails. With our 12th sponsor, it is Vernie. With this sponsor, it was created by Vernie, who was once an inmate at Sao Paulo People's Penitentiary in São Paulo, Brazil. Teams sponsored by Vernie get unique Frankenstein vehicle builds, as long as that team is capable of affording the high-quality custom builds he is known for. With the perk classes that the sponsor gets, they consist of Built and Technology. For the sponsor-related perks, they consist of Microplate Armor, That's Entertainment, Tombstone, and Trunk of Junk. With our 13th and final sponsor, it is the Warden. With this sponsor, it was created by Warden Kajili in São Paulo, Brazil. Teams connected with this sponsor consist of prisoners from Sao Paulo People's Penitentiary, run by Kajili, who wish to try and earn their freedom. In order to do this, participants must participate in Gaslands while also being welded into their given vehicles. With the perk classes that this sponsor gets, they consist of Aggression and Badass. For the sponsor-related perks, they consist of Fireworks and Prison Cars. After selecting your sponsor, you will be given the chance to obtain a number of perks to give to your vehicle. Some perks come already equipped in a vehicle, while others are sponsor-specific and are automatically equipped upon choosing the sponsor. The final group of perks will need to be selected from the desired perk classes that come with the selected sponsor.
When it comes to that of the vehicle-specific perks, they represent the inherent abilities that are associated with a given vehicle. What this means is that these perks are physically built into the vehicle itself and represents what said vehicle is capable of doing. With Airborne, this vehicle will ignore non-tall obstructions, dropped weapons, and terrain at all times except when checking for cover and targeting other vehicles during its attack step. Except for targeting during their attack step, this vehicle is also ignored by all other vehicles at all times. This vehicle also cannot be involved in any collisions. This comes equipped on the gyrocopter and the helicopter. With Airwolf, it allowed this vehicle to gain 2 hazards in order to make a single pivot about its center point up to 90 degrees at the beginning of its vehicle activation. This comes equipped on the gyrocopter and the helicopter. With all-terrain, it allowed this vehicle to ignore the penalties one would normally receive from rough and treacherous surfaces and terrain. This comes equipped on the monster truck and tank. With bombs away, when this vehicle purchases dropped weapons, it takes up 0 build slots. In addition to this vehicle is allowed to attack with any number of dropped weapons in a single attack step irrelevant of its crew value. This comes equipped on the gyrocopter and the helicopter. With Downer, if this vehicle is involved in a collision during its activation and declared a smash attack, the target vehicle will discard 2 hazards instead of taking 2. The target vehicle also has its crew value reduced by 1 until the end of the gear phase. This comes equipped on the ambulance. With full throttle, this vehicle considers long straight to be permitted in any gear. It is also not considered either hazardous or trivial in any gear. This comes equipped on the bike and bike with sidecar. With infuriating jingle, If another vehicle targets this vehicle with a smash attack, the attacking vehicle does not gain any hazards from the collision. This comes equipped on the ice cream truck. With jet engine, it grants this vehicle nitro booster with infinite ammo. It must also use nitro booster every time it activates. This vehicle also automatically explodes when it wrecks. This comes equipped on the drag racer. With pivot, if this vehicle is in gear 1, it may pivot about its center to face any direction it desires during its activation. This maneuver also cannot cause a collision to occur, nor is it allowed to touch any obstruction. It is important to note that any vehicle in possession of treads other than a tank is not allowed to use the pivot rule. This is because a vehicle with treads is not allowed to move like a tank. If anything, treads on such vehicles will be considered half-tracks. This comes equipped on the bike with sidecar, and the tank. With roll cage, if this vehicle experiences a flip, it may choose to ignore the 2 points of damage received from flipping. This is basically a specialized cage that is built into the vehicle's compartment meant to aid in protection if said vehicle doesn't remain grounded. This comes equipped on the buggy. With slip away, if this vehicle is the target of a tailgate or T-bone smash attack and declares an evade, it may immediately perform a free activation after the smash attack is completed. This free activation will not count as this vehicle's activation during this given gear phase. This can also be triggered by any friendly vehicle. This comes equipped on the performance car. With turret, it allows the vehicle to select one and only one weapon to be turret mounted without having to pay for the upgrade cost. This comes equipped on the tank. With up and over, after this vehicle resolves the collision, the lower weight class obstruction during its movement step, it may declare that it is going up and over. This comes equipped on the monster truck and tank. If it does, then it ignores the obstruction for the remainder of its movement step. With that said, vehicles with this perk cannot use it against other vehicles that possess this perk. But this perk can only be used if the vehicle's final position is located on the other side of the obstruction. With uppers, if both vehicles involved in a collision declare an evade, then both vehicles must immediately shift up a gear after resolving the collision. If either vehicle is already at its max gear, then this gear change will not occur. But regardless of if they shift up or not, both vehicles will gain one hazard. This comes equipped on the ambulance. With the vehicle-related perks now taken care of, we can now move on to the sponsor class perks. With all the toys perked, when the vehicle that possesses it attacks with a named weapon that hasn't been used by any vehicle during the game, it will gain one audience vote. This comes with Miyazaki. With as straight as I'm able, the vehicle that possesses it does not gain a hazard from the articulated rule if it selects a template that is not straight. This comes with Rusty's Bootleggers. With At the Crossroads, the team may choose to spend only one audience vote to respawn a vehicle instead of the typical 3. If they do, then the respawning vehicle will have to gain the Ghost Rider special rule. This comes with Beverly, the Devil on the Highway. With Bogey at 12 o'clock, if the vehicle ends its movement step with the bogey in its front arc of fire more than double range away and can be seen by the vehicle, this vehicle may immediately resolve another movement step. This comes with the Highway Patrol. With Burning Man, if the vehicle is on fire, then it gains +1 to all of its evade dice. This comes with Order of the Inferno. With Cattle Hammer, the vehicle may consider its current gear to be any value up to its maximum gear during the wipeout step. This includes during any of the collision windows during the wipeout step. This comes with the Rusty Bootleggers. With Crew Quarters, this team may purchase extra crew members at half its can cost. This comes with Scarlet. With Cult of the Flame, if more enemy vehicles are on fire than friendly vehicles at the end of the gear phase, or if all of the enemy vehicles are on fire, then the team will gain one audience vote for each friendly vehicle that is on fire. This comes with the Order of the Inferno. With Cult of Speed, if the vehicle selects long straight, including the long straight from Nitro Booster during gear phase 1, 2, or 3, then the vehicle will gain one audience vote. This comes with Idris. With Dizzy, it allowed the vehicle to resolve any number of spin resolves separately, one after another, thus allowing for the vehicle to spin beyond that of 90 degrees during the movement step. This comes with Maxine. With Dutch Courage, it allows the vehicle with this perk to wipe out when they reach 8 hazards instead of the standard 6. This comes with Rusty's Bootleggers. With Dynamo, after the vehicle activates in gear phase 4, 5, or 6, it may add 1 ammo to a single electrical weapon or electrical upgrade that is equipped onto said vehicle. This comes with Mishkin. With Elegance, it prevents the player from purchasing any vehicle type that has a base handling value of 2 or less. This comes with Miyazaki. With Fire Walk With Me, it causes the vehicle that is receiving damage from a weapon or effect that has a fire rule to reduce the damage it is receiving by 3 with a minimum of 1 damage being taken. This comes with the Order of the Inferno. With Fireworks, if a vehicle with this perk explodes, it will gain 1 audience vote if it is a middleweight vehicle and 2 audience votes if it is a heavyweight vehicle, plus any additional audience votes for being wrecked, followed by ammo discard. This comes with the Warden. With Ghost Rider, the vehicle ignores all other vehicles at all times, cannot make attacks with any shooting weapons, but can use dropped weapons and indirect weapons, and it cannot be involved in any collisions. It is also ignored by all other vehicles at all times, and it cannot be attacked with shooting weapons, but it can be affected by dropped weapons and indirect weapons. These vehicles cannot count toward the victory conditions of the scenario, but may gain soul token every time it comes into contact with an enemy vehicle that can then be given to a friendly vehicle. This comes with Beverly, the Devil on the Highway. With Graveyard Shift, at the beginning of the game and after the vehicles have been deployed, all of the vehicles on this team, except for this one, must be given the Ghost Rider special rule. This comes with Beverly, the Devil on the Highway. With Haulage, it allows the War Rig on this team and vehicle equipped with a trailer to equip a single trailer cargo upgrade for free. This comes with Rusty's Bootleggers. With Hot Pursuit, this team must nominate 1 enemy vehicle as the bogey after deployment and before the first gear phase of the game. If the bogey wrecks or becomes disqualified, then the team must immediately nominate another enemy vehicle to be their bogey. This comes with Highway Patrol. With Inexorable, it allows a vehicle from your team that wrecked or is otherwise out of play to respawn, even if other rules of the game would otherwise prevent the vehicle from doing so. This comes with Beverly, the Devil on the Highway. With Kiss My Asphalt, it prevents the team from purchasing gyrocopters. This comes with Idris. With Live Fast, during the vehicle's activation, and begins its wipeout step with more hazards and hull points, then it will gain 1 Ardent's vote. This comes with Slime. With Louder Siren, it is an alteration of the Siren perk by replacing the vehicle's selected bogey with any enemy vehicle. This comes with Highway Patrol. With Maximum Drift, it allows the user to resolve multiple slides in a single gear phase and replaces the slide templates when doing so. If you are resolving 2 slides in a single movement, then you may use a medium straight instead. If you are resolving 3 or more slides in a single movement, then you may use a long straight instead. This comes with Maxine. With Meshuggah, when your vehicle resolves a slide or spin result and ends its movement within medium range of a friendly vehicle without causing a collision, then you will gain 1 audience vote. This comes with Maxine. With Microplate Armor, the vehicle may purchase the Microplate Armor upgrade at the cost of 6 scans, occupying 0 slots, and increases the vehicle's hull value by 2. This comes with Fernie. With Might is Right, it prevents the team from purchasing lightweight vehicles. This comes with Rutherford. With Military Hardware, you may purchase a single tank and a single helicopter as part of your team. This comes with Rutherford. With Into O Addict, you are allowed to purchase a Nitro Booster upgrade at half of its listed price. This comes with Idris. With Old Fashioned Corn Liquor, it causes another vehicle found within medium range of the vehicle with this perk and gains 1 or more hazards to gain 1 additional hazard. This comes with Rusty's Bootleggers. With Over the Limit, it causes the vehicle that possesses it to never consider any straight movement template to be permitted. It also causes the vehicle to consider fear to be permitted and trivial in any gear. This comes with Rusty's Bootleggers. With Party Hard, If the vehicle has more hazards than the combined number of hazards from all enemy vehicles found within medium range at the end of the attack phase, then this vehicle will gain 1 audience vote for every enemy vehicle that has 1 or more hazards connected with it. This comes with Rusty's Bootleggers. With Peach Moonshine, this vehicle's Molotov cocktails count as having an infinite amount of ammo. This comes with Rusty's Bootleggers. With Pinball, if the vehicle with this perk is involved in a collision during its movement step with a collision occurring on the side of both vehicles and both vehicles declare a smash attack, then this vehicle may resolve another movement step after resolving the current movement step. This comes with Slime. With Press Gang or Kill Haul, when another vehicle comes into contact with this vehicle and this vehicle becomes wrecked, then this vehicle will gain either 1 crew or 2 audience votes. This comes with Scarlet. With Prison Cars, you may purchase a prison car. If you do, then you reduce the base cost of a vehicle by 4 cans, with a minimum cost for said vehicle being 5 cans. You will also have to reduce the vehicle's whole value by 2. With this perk, it may only be purchased by medium weight vehicles and may only be purchased once per vehicle. This comes with the Warden. With Raiders, at the end of the attack step, this vehicle may permanently reduce a screw value by any number to a minimum of 0 crew in order to remove all points of another vehicle that is in base contact with this vehicle. With the removing of hull points, this perk will remove 1 hull point for every 1 crew member that is removed in this manner. This comes with Scarlet. With Raise the Sails, after rolling skid dice, this vehicle may permanently reduce its crew value by 1 to a minimum of 0 crew in order to add 1 free shift result to the skid dice results for each 1 crew reduced. This comes with Scarlet. With Showing Off, if you resolve at least 1 spin and 1 slide, change gears at least once, and you do not wipe out at the end of your activation, then this vehicle will gain 1 Showing Off token. However, if a vehicle with Showing Off tokens wipes out, then said vehicle will have to discard all of its Showing Off tokens. At the end of the vehicle's activation, if every vehicle on the team that are still in play have a Showing Off token, then you get to discard all of your Showing Off tokens and gain 1 audience vote. You also gain 1 audience vote for each Showing Off token that is discarded. With that said, it is important to note that at the end of each gear phase, you'll have to discard all Showing Off tokens obtained in that given gear phase. This comes with Miyazaki. With Siphon Pump, at the start of the vehicle's attack step, regardless of if it is distracted or not, it may take 1 hazard from each vehicle found within short range of it and place it onto itself. This comes with Rusty Bootleggers. With Siren, at the end of the vehicle's attack step, if the vehicle is in the boogie's rear arc of fire, regardless of how far away the bogie is, then the bogie must either reduce its gear by 1 or gain 2 hazards. This comes with Highway Patrol. With Soul Anchor, it is represented by a single vehicle and is a perk that keeps all the other vehicles in the team with the Ghost Rider perk in play. But if that vehicle is removed and all other in-play vehicles on this team have the Ghost Rider perk special rule, then immediately remove all vehicles found in this team from play. This comes with Beverly, the Devil on the Highway. With Soul Harvester, if the vehicle's movement template comes into contact with an enemy vehicle, this vehicle will gain 1 soul token even if the enemy vehicle is being ignored. If the vehicle's movement template comes into contact with a friendly vehicle that is without the Ghost Rider special rule and the 2 vehicles weren't initially in contact, then you can either gain 1 audience vote for each soul token that this vehicle possesses or repair 2 hull on the vehicle that is without the Ghost Rider special rule for each soul token spent. Regardless of the selection, discard all soul tokens from this given vehicle. This comes with Beverly, the Devil on the Highway. With our MASH Jet Booster, if the vehicle has 5 or more hazards at the end of the vehicle's movement step, it will immediately move a long straight forward. This movement ignores over the limit special rule. This comes with Rusty's Bootleggers. With Speed Demon, when this vehicle gains hazard from using Nitro Booster, then it will only gain 3 hazards instead of the standard 5. This comes with Idris. With Spiked Fist, It allows vehicles in this team to count the RAM upgrade as requiring 0 belt slots. This comes with Slime. With Steel Justice, the vehicle will gain 2 audience votes whenever their bogie wipes out. However, if the bogie becomes a wreck, then the vehicle will gain 4 audience votes. This comes with the Highway Patrol. With Stowage, it grants additional belt slots to the towing vehicle. With a middleweight trailer, it'll add 1 additional belt slot, while a heavyweight trailer will add 3 additional belt slots. When a weapon is purchased for a vehicle towing a trailer, it'll have to be declared if it's on the cab or on the trailer. When measuring range, place the shooting template touching either the cab or the trailer for the articulated rules. This comes with Rusty's Bootleggers. With Televised Carnage, this vehicle will gain 1 audience vote whenever it causes 6 or more hits in a single attack step before evades are applied. This comes with Rutherford. With That's Entertainment, the vehicle will gain 1 audience vote every time one of their dropped weapon templates that they played gets removed from play. This comes with Vernie. With Thumper Monkey, the vehicle is able to purchase electrical weapons and upgrades. This comes with Michigan. With Tombstone, it gives the vehicle +1 to evade when it is the target of an attack and the shooting template touches this vehicle's rear edge. In addition to this, during the attack step, the vehicle may choose to gain 2 hazards to cause all of its collisions during the start of the next activation to be considered as head-on. This comes with Vernie. With Trailer Trash, and grant the team the option to purchase a trailer as long as the vehicle using it has a weight class of middleweight or heavyweight, or you are using a wool rig. This comes with Rusty's Bootleggers. With Trunk of Junk, allows you to attack any number of drop weapons in a single activation if you wish to do so. What this means is that with this perk, you're allowed to drop 1, a few, or all of the ammo tokens at once. This comes with Vernie. With Virtuoso, with the first time that this vehicle pushes it during its activation, it does not gain any hazards for doing so. This comes with Miyazaki. With Well Stocked, the vehicle with this perk considers any weapon that has the Ammo 3 special rule connected with it to have the Ammo 4 special rule instead when purchasing this weapon. So basically, this perk gives you 4 ammo for a given weapon that would normally only have 3 ammo. This comes with Rutherford. With the sponsor class related perks now taken care of, we can now move on to the perk class perks. In addition to this, perk classes are not automatically assigned to your given team. If you want a given perk from a given class, then you will need to purchase it as you would with a vehicle, weapon, or upgrade. These perks are essentially menu options that you get to choose from and have affect your given build. With these perk classes, they consist of Aggression, Badass, Belt, Daring, Horror, Military, Precision, Pursuit, Reckless, Speed, Technology, and Tuning. With the Aggression perk class, Scarlet and the Warden have access to it and have the following perks you get to choose from. With Battlehammer, a vehicle gets a +1 attack die for each hazard it currently has when it makes a smash attack. With Boarding Party, it causes your vehicle to ignore the distracted rule, accompanied by allowing it to attack during the attack step even if the vehicle is in contact with an obstacle. With Double Barreled, it allows up to 3 of your crew-fired weapons to gain a +1 bonus to hit during the vehicle's attack step. With Grinder Monkey, before rolling your attack dice in a smash attack, the vehicle in question may add 1 hazard to its target vehicle for each point of damage it inflicts instead of removing all points from the target. With Murder Tractor, it allows the vehicle that purchases it to make a piledriver attack against its target vehicle as if it was a war rig. With Terrifying Lunatic, whenever the active vehicle ends its movement step within short range of the vehicle, the active vehicle will gain 1 hazard. With the Badass perk class, Rutherford and the Warden have access to it, and they have the following perks you get to choose from. With Bullet Time, if the vehicle resolves a slide during its movement step, then it may select 1 weapon to act as if it was a turret-mounted weapon for the rest of its activation. With Cover Me, This vehicle may remove one hazard and place it on a friendly vehicle that is found within double range of it, but this may only be done once per activation. With Crowd Pleaser, this vehicle gains one audience vote every time it wipes out. With Madman, if the vehicle has 4 or more hazards on it at the end of its movement step, it may remove one hazard and place it onto another vehicle that is found within medium range of it. With Powder Keg, it allows the vehicle that possesses it to add 1 to its explosion check. If it does blow up, treat the vehicle as being 1 weight class heavier and apply during the resolution of the Fireworks perk. With Road Warrior, once per activation, the vehicle may remove 1 hazard at the end of its attack step. In order for this to occur, the vehicle will have to have caused 1 or more hits to occur on an enemy vehicle during its activation. With the build perk class, Beverly, the Devil on the Highway, Rusty's Bootleggers, and Vernie have access to it, and they have the following perks to choose from. With Barrel Roll, when your vehicle flips during the wipeout step, you may place the flip template touching the center edge of the vehicle's side or rear area, as well as being perpendicular to the selected edge instead of the vehicle's front edge. With Bruiser, if this vehicle is involved in a collision and declares a reaction as other than evade, the enemy vehicle will gain 1 additional hazard. With Crusher, it gives your vehicle the up and over special rule. With Dead Weight, when your vehicle is in the attack step, it may gain 2 hazards to be considered 1 class heavier until the start of its next activation. This perk does not apply to vehicles that are already marked as heavyweight. With Feel No Pain, during the attack step and after all the attack dice have been rolled, if the attacks cause 2 or less uncancelled hits, then this vehicle will ignore said hits. With Splashback, when the vehicle loses 1 or more hull points, make a 1d6 attack against each vehicle that is found within medium range of it. This happens once per step and at the end of the step. With the Daring perk class, Miyazaki has access to it and it has the following perks that you can choose from. With Chrome Whisperer, it allows the vehicle to push it any number of times during a single movement step, gaining 1 hazard for each reroll. With Evasive, before the evading player will make an invade roll, it allows the affected vehicle to gain hazards to add a +1 to each evade dice for each hazard that is gained, with rolls of 1 always failing. With Handbrake Artist, it allows the vehicle to face any direction when applying the spin result. With Power Slide, the vehicle may use any templates except for the long straight template instead of applying the slide template when applying the slide result, and treat that template as a means of finding the vehicle's final position. With Slippery, it causes any vehicle trying to make a smash attack against this vehicle to suffer a penalty of -2 to their attack dice. So if the attacker is rolling 3 attack dice, this perk knocks it down to just 1 attack dice. But if the attacker is only able to roll 1 or 2 attack dice, then this perk will completely negate the attack. With Stunt Driver, the affected vehicle may choose to ignore any number of obstructions during the movement step, gaining 3 hazards in the process. However, this perk can only be purchased by a lightweight or middleweight vehicle that has a base handling value of 3 or higher. With the horror perk class, Beverly, the Devil on the Highway, and Order of the Inferno have access to it and have the following perks that they could choose from. With Angel of Death, before the vehicle makes its attack, it may choose to suffer up to 3 damage in order for it to add that many attack dice to a single weapon it is using for this given attack. With Ecstatic Visions, it allows the vehicle that possesses it to essentially transfer hazards from a friendly vehicle onto itself. This vehicle is allowed to take up to 3 hazards in order to remove up to 3 hazards from that friendly vehicle. This is allowed to occur once per activation and must be done at the start of said activation. With Highway to Hell, when this vehicle reaches the end of its movement step and is selected a straight template, then said vehicle may suffer up to 2 points of hull damage and have it count as having the fire rule in place. If hull points are removed from the vehicle, then you may leave the movement template in place as a drop weapon template. This does not apply to the slide template. The template will remain in play until the vehicle's next activation, when it will be removed from the play area. With Purifying Flames, this vehicle may choose to suffer up to 3 points of hull damage in order to repair that said amount of damage from a friendly vehicle. This repair, however, may not exceed the starting hull value of the friendly vehicle and has to occur at the start of the vehicle's activation. This may also occur once per activation, and the hull damage taken by this vehicle will count as having the fire rule. With sympathy for the devil, it allows this vehicle to select a friendly vehicle found within medium range and add its current gear to the evade check that this vehicle is making. As a result of this, both vehicles will suffer any unsaved damage from the attack. This includes any additional effects connected with the attack. With Violent Manifestation, it allows the respawning vehicle to immediately attack each vehicle found within medium range of its spawn point as if it had exploded. This attack also counts as having both the blast and fire rules. With the military perk class, Michigan and Rutherford have access to it and have the following perks available for them to choose from. With Deadeye, this vehicle will gain a +1 to hit when shooting at a target found within double range but outside of medium range when going through the attack steps. With Fully Loaded, this vehicle will gain a +1 attack die when it is shooting with a weapon that has 3 or more ammo remaining before making the shot and discarding an ammo token. With Headshot, this vehicle's critical hits will inflict 3 hits instead of the normal 2 when it makes a shooting attack. With Louder, this vehicle may temporarily reduce its crew value by 1 once in order to gain a +1 to its hits with one weapon. This effect begins at the start of the attack step and will last until the end of the attack step. With Rapid Fire, this vehicle may resolve an additional attack step with the use of just a single selected weapon. This can only be used once per round. With Return Fire, if this vehicle is the target of a shooting attack, it may take 2 hazards to immediately attack a vehicle as if it was the vehicle's stack step. This may only be used once per gear phase. For clarification purposes, regarding Turn Fire, it would be better to consider this perk as being entitled Preemptive Fire or Overwatch instead, since it allows this vehicle to fire before the attacking vehicle does. With the Precision perk class, Idris and Miyazaki have access to it and have the following perks they get to choose from. With Easy Rider, this vehicle may discard 1 roll skid dice before applying the result. This may be used only once per round. With Expertise, this vehicle increases its handling value by 1. With Mr. Fahrenheit, this vehicle cannot gain more than 2 hazards from a collision during a single activation. With Moment of Glory, this vehicle may choose any number of dice to any result its controller wants. This happens after the player rolls the skid dice and before they resolve them. This may also be used only once per game. With Restraint, this vehicle may remove 1 hazard instead of taking 1 hazard when it engages in downshift. With Trick Driving, this vehicle may select a movement template as if it was in a gear that is 1 higher or lower than its current gear. With the Pursuit perk class, Highway Patrol and Maxine have access to it and have the following perks to choose from. With On Your Tail, when an enemy vehicle resolves a spin or slide movement that ends within short range of this vehicle, then the enemy vehicle will have to gain 1 hazard. With Outrun, all vehicles within short range and are in a lower current gear of this vehicle will gain 1 hazard. This occurs at the start of this vehicle's attack step. With Pit, if this vehicle activates and is involved in a non-head-on collision with an enemy vehicle, then it may declare a pit instead of a smash attack or an evade. If declaring a pit, then the player may select any movement template the target vehicle considers to be hazardous in its current gear, with the target vehicle making a forced movement forward along the selected template. This forced movement is resolved after resolving the collision. With Schadenfreude, if another vehicle wipes out within short range of this vehicle, then remove all hazards this vehicle possesses. With Taunt, roll a skid dice at the start of the vehicle's attack step and place the non-shift result onto the dashboard of the target vehicle located within short range. The result cannot be re-rolled and it must be resolved during the target vehicle's next movement step. With Unnerving Eye Contact, Enemy vehicles found within short range of this vehicle may not use shift results to remove hazards from their dashboards. With the Reckless perk class, Rusty's Bootleggers and Slime have access to it, and they have the following perks to choose from. With Berserker, it allows this vehicle to reduce the damage it would suffer outside of its activation by 1 to a minimum of 1 damage being taken. With Bigger and New, if the vehicle with this perk is involved in a collision, then double any smash attack bonuses or penalties that result in the weight difference during the collision. With Drive Angry, the vehicle with this perk will gain 1 hazard at the start of the vehicle's activation. With Don't Come Knocking, the affected vehicle may gain 4 hazards as not to gain or lose any hazards it has by any means until the next activation. In order for this to occur, this perk must be used at the beginning of the vehicle's activation. With Hog Wild, this vehicle gains +2 to its smash attack dice during the collision window that occurs during the wipeout step. With In for a Penny, the vehicle with this perk may double its attack dice of any smash attack it makes for the remainder of its activation. But this only occurs if the vehicle has gained 6 or more hazards during its activation. With the Speed perk class, Highway Patrol, Idris, and Order of the Inferno have access to it, and they have the following perks to choose from. With Downshift, at the end of the vehicle's movement step where it's shifted down 1 or more gears, it may make a forced movement of short straight forward. With Hell for Leather, it allows the vehicle to consider the long straight template to be permitted in any gear. It also considers it to be neither hazardous nor trivial in any gear. This will also not stack with the upgrade Experimental Nuclear Engine. With Hot Start, you get to roll 1 die 6 at the start of the game for this vehicle, and whatever the result is, that will be the starting gear for the vehicle at the beginning of the game. But if the result will be greater than the vehicle's max gear, then you'll have to re-roll the die. With Overlord, the vehicle may roll 1 additional skid die when it is resolving the skid die roll during its movement step. But the vehicle must also change up at least 1 gear or it will gain 1 hazard. With Slipstream, if the vehicle is involved in a tailgate collision, then it may declare Slipstream as its result instead of a smash attack or evade. With declaring Slipstream, neither vehicle will gain hazards. It also prevents the other vehicle from declaring a reaction. This vehicle may also change gears either up or down by 1 and will gain 1 hazard as a result of it. With Time Extended, the vehicle may resolve any number of hazards at the end of its movement step in which the vehicle passes through a race gate. With the Technology perk class, Michigan and Verney have access to it and have the following perks they get to choose from. With Eureka, the vehicle with this perk may declare any weapon that it has not attacked with yet in this game and counts it as being armed with the declared weapon on any facing of the player's choice for the next attack step only. This must be declared at the start of the attack step and can only be used once per game. The exception to this has to do with the BFG. Although the player can select the BFG in this manner, it still possesses the front-mounted limitation rule. With Gyroscope, this vehicle gains the Random Daring class perk. This vehicle gains it at the start of the game and it will lose it at the end of the game. With Mobile Mechanic, the vehicle may temporarily reduce its crew value by 1 once until the end of the vehicle's attack step to perform field repairs and gain 1 hull point. With this perk, it occurs once for activation and at the start of the attack step. With Rocket Thrusters, the vehicle may choose to use a long straight, veer, or gentle templates instead of the medium straight template when it is moved as part of the flip check. With Satellite Navigation, the vehicle may set aside 1 shift result when it is resolving skid dice. This vehicle may have any number of shift results set aside in this manner. Accompanying this, any vehicle that is a part of this team may use the shift results during later movements as if they had rolled them themselves. With Whizbang, this vehicle gains a Random Speed class perk. This vehicle gains it at the start of the game and will lose it at the end of the game. With the Tuning perk class, Maxine, Scarlet, and Slime have access to it, and they have the following perks to choose from. With Delicate Touch, and causes the vehicle to ignore the hazard icons located on the movement templates. With Fender Kiss, when this vehicle declares a smash attack, it will suffer a penalty of -1 attack dice roll, with the other vehicle that is declaring a smash attack against this vehicle to suffer a penalty of -2 attack dice. So basically speaking, this vehicle gets to use 1 less attack dice during the smash attack, and the other vehicle gets to use 2 less attack dice. With momentum, when this vehicle is resolving hit dice, it may set aside a slide or spin result to re-roll. This effect may be used multiple times with the dice that have been set aside this way, but they must be resolved. With purring, it prevents the vehicle with this perk to gain more than 1 hazard from spin, slide, or hazard results during each activation. So regardless of how many spins, slides, or hazards this vehicle will roll, it will only get 1 hazard when resolving these skid dice results. With rear drive, this vehicle may pivot itself about the center of its front edge instead of doing so around its center point when resolving a spin result. With skiing, if this vehicle has a handling value of 3 or more, then it may take 3 hazards at the end of its movement step in order for it to be ignored by other vehicles during their movement step. This will last until this vehicle starts its next activation. If this vehicle is going to be ignored in this manner, then any other vehicle that has a final position that would overlap it, then move that vehicle backwards along its movement template by the minimum amount in order to avoid overlapping. It also ignores the collision window step. So with that said, that's what you need to know when it comes to that of themed construction. If you like this episode, feel free to give it a like, and if you want to stay up to date on any future episodes we upload, go ahead and subscribe. You can also support us on Patreon for as little as $1 a month at patreon.com/checkpointgaming. See you in the next episode, and happy gaming.